Hi everybody. Today we're going to review the Zombie Diaries. This one actually I'm making as kind of an intro to YouTube and for Captain Machine, who said he was going to do some of these, and I don't think he's done any yet, so I'm doing this one for you. This is a British zombie movie that you can see is by Dimension Extreme. I believe it was announced in 2006, a little before George Romero's Diaries of the Dead, which follows a similar pattern to this movie, as it is a point of view movie in the same spirit as Cloverfield or the Blair Witch Project, only with zombies instead of either giant monsters or an imaginary witch. I don't have a lot of love for the Blair Witch Project. Cloverfield was good. I've seen it too many times, I think, so I kind of don't have much love for that right now. This movie is a better example of that genre. It's done fairly well. The cover art and the art on the back is a little misleading. This is not an action zombie movie. This is not, you're going to see like Resident Evil, especially Resident Evil Extinction. There's not a whole lot of action in it. Mostly the only action in the movie is a few scenes where they shoot zombies in the head. There's also not a lot of zombies in the movie. The movie really follows more of the more classic George Romero style of zombie movie than the newer 28 Days Later or Dawn of the Dead movies that focus more on the zombies. This more follows the humans as they attempt to survive a zombie apocalypse. The movie is broken into 3 parts, which I kind of like to a degree. The outbreak, it follows the film crew as they are filming a documentary or a news report, it's never really made clear, about a viral outbreak, a viral pandemic that's been taking place mainly in Europe. They are in London during most of their filming. They moved to a small town, which I don't remember why they moved to the small town, but it kind of works out better for them. Well, kind of better, kind of worse, as the film goes on. But they're following this outbreak and seeing if people are prepared, what people's thoughts are on it, and so on and so forth. It's pretty good. It gives you a nice build up to that. There's a couple scenes in it that I think are wasted. It's slow paced. The best part of that one probably is either the scene where they run through a crowd of slow-moving zombies. Yes, these zombies are so slow and incompetent. You can run through them, not get hurt, not get bitten, not get scratched or infected in any way. So yeah, they're not really all that dangerous unless they're in large groups, which leads me to wonder how exactly this pandemic got started and got to the point where it is at the outbreak part of the movie. There's also a military scene before that where the military is retaking a farm. I'm thinking it's the farm from the third part of the movie, and if someone's seen this movie and would like to correct me on that, that would be great. I'm thinking that's how it was. But the first part of the movie is about the outbreak and these characters. It ends with them in the woods after fleeing the zombie attack. The next part follows a group of 3 survivors who have 1 rifle and are searching for parts to complete a radio. This part is probably my favorite and least favorite at the same time, because there's a lot of scenes in this that I think are wasted, but it really gives you the sense of what it would be like traveling the country after the zombie epidemic has occurred and there's zombies everywhere and you're just trying to survive. They stop at a grocery store that's been picked clean, basically. They find a few things. They're really excited about the vodka, which could be a bad thing to be drinking. No. I'm just saying, zombies are attacking. You don't want to be like, I'm drunk. But, hey, that's them. They're very excited about the vodka. Again, though, I don't really understand how they're keeping their camera running. Batteries would probably be the first things that people grab in an emergency. At least I'm thinking I'd be grabbing batteries for flashlights, radios, whatever else. So, I mean, mine doesn't need recharge. The camera I'm shooting on now doesn't need recharge. It just uses AAA batteries, which is kind of nice, since if the power grid were to go down, I could still be recording. Theirs maybe it runs on the same thing, but if it requires recharging, I don't really know how they're keeping it going. But yeah, that one's kind of it's good and bad. I can disregard the whole camera running out of power thing. But yeah, the third part follows like a group of people that have actually kind of carved out a little niche for themselves in the zombie apocalypse, a little community type deal. They're at a farm in Britain, and basically they spend their time patrolling the grounds, keeping the zombies occupied, yelling at each other. It shows a lot of the human interaction, the added stress of the zombies, but how you could still survive. I really like this part. It's still very slow moving. There's not a lot of action. This actually has the most action of the whole movie, where you see them go out on patrols and shoot zombies in the head, which is nice. I enjoy watching zombies get shot in the head. It's very entertaining. But yeah, that's probably the best part of the movie. The end does have a nice little twist. I'm not going to spoil it for you because it adds to like the movie's message. You know, all the George Romero films always seem to have a message at the end. Like Night of the Living Dead, the black guy got shot at the end in the head during a really racist time. That was kind of they were like, oh, he's just a zombie, shoot him in the head. They didn't even bother to see if he was alive. Still, they didn't care. They did change that in a later movie to where the woman was the only survivor, and then she went on to become like this really great zombie hunter person. But so I don't know. I like both versions. I like the original a little bit better because I think it shows more of that message. But the second one's good too. Dawn of the Dead really showed that the zombies are the least of your worries because they take over, as people know, they take over the mall, they live in the mall, they're making a nice life for themselves. And it's not till the humans come in and want to take over everything that they really start to have problems with the human biker gang and everything. So that really shows you that the zombies aren't the real monsters, they're just an added element, and society could go on if not for the humans becoming greedy. And oh, my phone just went off. I know, real professional. And then Day of the Dead, again, really shows the humans messing things up with the military really taking command and deciding they're going to be in charge and bossing people around and deciding they're going to take over, and it's going to be the strong oppressing the weak. George Romero does those really well, I think. Land of the Dead, again, I think it was his worst movie, but it was another really good example of how he likes to use zombies as social commentary. He did do a movie similar to this one called Diary of the Dead, Diary of the Dead, which I may review later on. I'll have to rewatch it. This one I'm showing you the cover. If you want it, go out and buy it. I believe I found this at Walmart for about $5 in the bargain bin. So $5, not a bad price for a movie. I don't know, some of you might not have Walmarts around you, but you can probably get it for a good price. But like I was saying, he did in Diary of the Dead. He did something very similar to this. I may review it. I had to rewatch this one to do this review, so I knew exactly what I was talking about. Again, though, I wish the cover art would have been more fitting for the movie. Because I really enjoy like the Resident Evil, especially the second two. I know people don't really like Extinction. I did, but it's a good popcorn zombie movie. I don't know what else I'm going to say, so I'm just going to cut it off there. But if you want to check out a interesting zombie movie with a POV camera view that does the genre justice, that isn't that doesn't really that is more social commentary than zombie gore fest, you may want to check this one out. I will be doing other reviews coming up on other zombie movies. I love zombie movies. They're probably my favorite monster movies to watch. So I will be doing more of these. I will also be doing some RPG reviews later on, and whatever else comes to mind. So, yeah, but that's it for today. So just signing out, and thank you all for viewing. Bye.